Morning, ma'am.
So today we will study this third chapter from the book Moments. This is the chapter from the supplementary reader, Moments. This is the third chapter. Uh, we have done the first two chapters, Lost Child and Toto. So this is the third chapter. So Ishwaran, the storyteller, uh, this chapter is about a man called Ishwaran. So in this story, there are two main characters. One is Ishwaran, and the other main character is Mahendra. So two main characters are there, Ishwaran and Mahendra. So one night, Mahendra woke up from his sleep and saw a dark, cloudy form. So one night, Mahendra woke up, and what did he see? He saw someone's shadow, dark, cloudy form. एंड इट्स वेरी नेचुरल। बीच रात में किसी को कोई डार्क क्लाउडी फॉर्म दिखे तो वो तो डर ही जाएगा। तो ही ऑल्सो वॉज वेरी स्केयर्ड, cold sweat. So he got up in the middle of the night. He saw someone's shadow, dark cloudy form. The the image of that person was not very clear, cloudy. So he was very very scared. वो बहुत डर गया. Was it a ghost? So when we'll read the story, we will find out whether it was a ghost or not. So, the story was narrated to Ganesh by a young man, Mahendra by name. So this story was narrated by a man called Mahendra. तो महेंद्र ने ये कहानी सुनाया गणेश को. Mahendra was a junior supervisor in a firm. So here, here firm has a different meaning. Here firm means company. Uh, So he used to work in a company which offered on hire supervisors at various types of construction sites. So what is the job of Mahendra? Mahendra is a supervisor in a company that constructs factories, construction sites. So what is the meaning of site? Uh, Site means
Place.
place. Site means place, construction site. The uh, as you know, in English you have the contextual meanings. ये form मतलब एक form, this form also means very strong, uh, fixed at one place. But the other meaning of firm is also company. So in this sentence, firm means company. So Mahendra was a supervisor in a company which used to construct various things like factories, bridges, dams. So Mahend's job was to keep an eye on the activities at the work site. तो सुपरवाइजर का क्या काम होता है? सुपरवाइजर का काम होता है जो भी काम हो रहा है वो सुपरवाइज करना, ठीक से हो रहा है कि नहीं, सब लोग अच्छा से काम कर रहे हैं कि नहीं. तो महेंद्र का यही काम था. He was a supervisor in a construction company, and this company used to construct various things like factories, bridges, dams. So he had to keep moving from place to place every now and then, as ordered by his head office. So Mahendra had to move from one place to another. Wherever the construction started, he had to move from that place to the new place. So he had to keep moving from place to place as ordered by his head office, from a coal mining area to a railway bridge construction. कभी जो है कोल माइनिंग एरिया में काम होता था, कभी जो है रेलवे ब्रिज कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम होता था. From there, after a few months, to a chemical plant. So His job was such that he had to keep on moving from place to place. uh, उनकी नौकरी ऐसी थी कि बार बार जगह बदलना पड़ता था, जहाँ भी कोई चीज़ का कंस्ट्रक्शन स्टार्ट होता तो वहाँ जाके सुपरवाइज करना होता था, which was coming up somewhere. So Mahendra could not stay at one place. His job was such that he had to keep moving from place to place wherever the construction started. Okay, so he was a bachelor. You know the meaning of bachelor?
Yes, ma'am. Man who is not married.
Okay, bachelor. An unmarried man. Okay, so you can keep pencil or pen beside, and you can write the meanings also. So, bachelor is an unmarried man. So, Mahendra was a bachelor. He was not married. His needs were simple, and he was able to adjust himself to all kinds of odd conditions. Odd means strange. So, uh, Mahendra was a bachelor. He was not married. Mm, And what is the feminine gender of bachelor?
Bachelorette.
Nahi. Spinster. Have you heard of this word?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Bachelor. Unmarried woman. An unmarried woman is called a spinster. Okay. So,
Yes, ma'am.
uh,
Ma'am, I had heard of bachelorette somewhere. That is why I said.
so Mahendra was an unmarried man, so his needs were very simple, and he was able to adjust himself to all kinds of odd conditions. Now he had to move from place to place. अब जरूरी तो नहीं था कि हर जगह जो है हर फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल हो, तो he was able to adjust himself to whatever conditions was there in the place, whether it was an ill equipped circuit house. Ill equipped means uh,
मैम जिसमें
less
फर्नीचर्स ना हो.
less facilities. So even if a place had very less facilities or a makeshift canvas tent, कभी कभी ऐसा स्थिति होता था कि जहाँ कंस्ट्रक्शन होता था वहाँ कोई घर भी नहीं है, so he used to live in a tent also. Makeshift means what? Temporary. Mm. So, uh, temporary. So, sometimes Mahendra had to stay in places where there were very less facilities. Uh, कभी कभी तो जिस जगह कंस्ट्रक्शन होता था वहाँ घर भी नहीं मिलता था रहने को, तो कैनवस टेंट में रहना पड़ता था इन द मिडल ऑफ अ स्टोन क्वेरी. Quarry means mine. Mine, you understand? Coal mine
Yes,
होता है
ma'am.
खदान. So quarry means mine. The place from where stone is taken out or extracted. So uh, Mahendra could adjust himself to any kind of strange conditions, because sometimes he had to stay in the place where very less facility was there. Sometimes he had to stay in the canvas tent also, in the middle of a stone quarry. But one asset he had was his cook. But he had one asset. Asset means what?
मैम प्रॉपर्टी टाइप का कुछ.
Something which is an advantage. Uh, yes, property, even persons are assets. If someone is very useful to you, then that person is an asset. Uh, Something which is advantageous or useful. So something, or it may be a person, it may be a thing. So asset can be a person, asset can also be a thing जिससे आपको फायदा हो. हाँ, So, but one asset he had was his cook. So, Mahendra had a cook who was his asset. Means he was very very useful for him. Ishwaran. So, what is the name of the cook? The name of the cook is Ishwaran. So this story is by a South Indian writer, R.K. Lakshman. So the names are also South Indian names. So, because the writer is South Indian, names are also South Indian. Ishwaran. The cook was quite attached to Mahendra and followed him uncomplainingly wherever he was posted. So, Mahendra had a very good cook, and his name was Ishwaran. And Ishwaran followed Mahendra wherever he went uncomplainingly. मतलब किसी किसी जगह
without
पे,
complaining.
हाँ, विदाउट कंप्लेनिंग, किसी किसी जगह पे कोई फैसिलिटी नहीं था, रहने में भी दिक्कत था, तो लेकिन ये सब बात का ईश्वरन कभी कंप्लेन नहीं करता था महेंद्र से. So wherever he was posted, he cooked for Mahendra, washed his clothes, chatted away with his master. So he cooked, washed his clothes, and even talked with his master at night. He could weave out endless stories. So here weave मतलब बुनना होता है, लेकिन यहाँ weave मतलब tell. हाँ? So in this context, weave means tell. So Ishwaran was a very very talented person. So he was very good at household work. He was also very good at telling stories. Uh, he could tell endless stories and anecdotes. So what is the meaning of anecdote?
Ma'am, real events, short stories.
So you write the meaning of anecdotes, all of you. Uh, Short, interesting stories related to personal life or events. Short, interesting stories related to a person's life or events. मतलब real stories. हाँ, real stories related to someone's life, that are anecdotes. Okay, so write the meaning of anecdote: short, interesting stories related to a person's life or events. Means these are real stories. Huh? So Ishwaran also had an amazing capacity to produce vegetables and cooking ingredients seemingly out of nowhere in the middle of a desolate. Huh? Desolate means isolated or lonely.
Or ma'am, dilapidated.
Uh, Isolated or lonely. So कभी कभी क्या होता था कि ऐसा जगह रहना पड़ता था जहाँ आसपास कुछ नहीं हो. Isolated place, lonely place with no shops visible for miles around. लेकिन ईश्वरन में एक कुछ कैपेसिटी था कि वो कहीं से भी सामान का इंतजाम कर लेता था. Produce vegetables and cooking ingredients. So Ishwaran was a very very amazing talented person. So even in a isolated area where nothing was visible, where there were no shops, he had this strange capacity of getting all the necessary ingredients from somewhere. Uh, he would miraculously conjure up. Conjure means produce by magic. मतलब मैजिक से नहीं, मतलब वो उस इंतजाम कर लेता था, उसमें टैलेंट था. Actually, conjure means produced by magic, but so miraculously means by miracle,
Magically.
magically. हाँ, miracle मतलब चमत्कार होता है, miraculously. So miracle. So so Ishwaran was an asset for Mahendra. Why? Because he used to do all the household work, cooking, washing clothes. Apart from this, he used to entertain his master by telling him stories, and he had this capacity to produce the things, necessary things for cooking and all, even in a desolate, isolated area where there were no shops. He would miraculously conjure up the most delicious dishes made with fresh vegetables within an hour of arriving at the zinc sheet shelter at the new workplace. Uh, he could conjure up the most delicious dishes, means he was a very good cook. He was a good cook. He could cook delicious dishes. बहुत स्वादिष्ट वो खाना बना लेता था within an hour. And he was also a very fast cook. अ, नया जगह आए लेकिन 1 घंटा में एकदम डिलिशियस खाना वो तैयार कर देता था for his master Mahendra. So he was a very talented person, very good cook, and so shelter at the new workplace. Mahendra would be up early in the morning and leave for work after breakfast. So, what was Mahendra's daily routine? Every day he would get up in the morning and he would have his breakfast and then leave for work, carrying some prepared food with him. ईश्वरन जो है वो लंच भी कुछ प्रिपेयर करके महेंद्र को दे देते थे, carrying some prepared food with him. So Ishwaran would also pack lunch for Mahendra. He would prepare his breakfast and also pack his lunch, carrying some prepared food. Meanwhile, Ishwaran would tidy up the shed, and और महेंद्र के जाने के बाद ईश्वरन क्या करता था? टाइडी. सो टाइडी मीन्स क्लीन, वर्ब क्लीन. फिर वो घर को साफ करता था, wash the clothes, have a leisurely bath. And one thing that he used to do in a very relaxed way, uh, consuming a lot of time, was bathing. So he did not used to bath very quickly. नहाने का काम वो बहुत आराम से करते थे. Leisurely bath. Leisurely bath means he used to bath at
Freely.
a very slow speed, pouring several buckets of water over his head, muttering a prayer. और नहाने का जो तरीका था वो भी थोड़ा अलग जैसा था. आप पूरा पूरा बाल्टी पानी वो अपने सर के ऊपर से डालते थे और नहाते समय कुछ प्रेयर भी करते रहते थे. मटरिंग. मटरिंग मीन्स स्पीकिंग इन अ लो वॉइस. मटरिंग.
Mumbling.
स्पीकिंग. So Ishwaran used to take a leisurely bath, and he used to pour a lot of water, buckets of water on his head. uh, बाल्टी का बाल्टी पानी वो आराम से अपने सर पे डालते थे. And while bathing he also used to say some prayers. Then it would be lunchtime by then. After doing all the household work, सारा घर के का काम करने के बाद वो आराम से नहाते थे. Leisurely bath, pouring buckets of water, muttering a prayer. And then it would be lunchtime. After eating, he would read for a while before dozing off. So dozing means
Sleeping.
sleeping. So you have to write all these meanings in your copy. So it's better you note it down now itself. Dozing means sleeping. Dozing, sleeping. So after lunch, he would read for a while before dozing. Uh, so this was his daily routine. Uh, he would prepare breakfast for Ishwaran, then he would clean the house, then he would wash the clothes, then he would take a bath in a relaxed way, आराम से नहाते थे वो. उसके बाद अपना लंच किया, उसके बाद कोई बुक पढ़ा, और उसके बाद वो सो जाते थे. बिफोर डोजिंग ऑफ he used to read for some time and then he would used to sleep. The book was usually some popular Tamil thriller running to hundreds of pages. And which kind of books he used to read? Suspense novels, thriller. He used to read suspense novels, hundreds of pages. मतलब 100 पेज का बुक मतलब क्या? नॉवेल. So, Ishwaran Ishwaran liked to read suspense novels. Its imaginative descriptions and narrative flourishes would hold Ishwaran in thrall. Thrall means controlled by, be in control of something. मतलब वो बुक में एकदम डूब जाते थे. Thrall means be in control of something. So Ishwaran
Excuse
would
me,
come.
ma'am.
हाँ हाँ बोलो श्रीजा.
मैम इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में फ्लोरिशेस का मतलब क्या होगा?
फ्लरिशेस मतलब लंबा डिस्क्रिप्शन. बड़ा फ्लरिश मीन्स लॉन्ग डिस्क्रिप्शंस.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Flourish actually means to prosper, but here in this
Yes, ma'am.
context it would mean long descriptions.
Okay.
So flourishes would hold Ishwaran in thrall. So Ishwaran was very fond of reading suspense novels, and when he used to read these novels he would be totally controlled by the novel. होता है ना कि कोई चीज में इतना डूब जाए कि किसी और चीज पे ध्यान ही नहीं जाता हो. So in that way he would be totally controlled by the book. So his own descriptions were greatly influenced by Tamil authors he read. और वो जो कहानियां सुनाते थे, it was also on the same pattern as the books he read. Uh, so the way he used to tell story, it was greatly influenced by the Tamil authors that he read. जिस तरह की वो कहानियां पढ़ते थे उसी तरह से वो कहानियां सुनाते भी थे. So when he was narrating even the smallest of events, he would try to work in suspense and surprise. मीन्स छोटा छोटा घटना भी डिस्क्राइब करना हो तो वो सब में सस्पेंस डाल देते थे. So his way of narrating story was very interesting. He was a very good storyteller. Means he used to say stories in a very interesting way, with suspense and surprise. For example, instead of saying that he had come across an uprooted tree on the highway, he would say with eyebrows suitably arched. Arched means bent,
Curved.
curved, huh? Curved, bent. Arc is this, yes, semicircle, part of a circle. This is arc. So arched. So with eyebrows suitably curved and hands held out in a dramatic gesture. Gesture means,
Gesticulations. Body language.
yes, gesture means body language. तो कहानी सुनाते समय जो है उनका बॉडी लैंग्वेज भी बहुत स्ट्रेंज रहता था. मीन्स हिज बॉडी लैंग्वेज वुड ऑल्सो बी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. The expressions would come on his face. He would curve his eyebrows, and he would use his hands to describe something. तो अगर उनको ये बोलना हो कि हाईवे पर एक पेड़, उखड़ा हुआ पेड़ पड़ा है. So if he has to say that there is an uprooted tree on the highway. How will he say this? He will say this by curving his eyebrows, by using the signal of his hands, dramatic gesture, by his body language. The road was deserted and I was all alone. तो अब रास्ते पे एक हाईवे पर एक पेड़ पड़ा हुआ है, इसको वो किस तरह से डिस्क्राइब करेंगे? रोड वॉज डेजर्टेड, खाली रोड था, आई वॉज ऑल अलोन. Suddenly, I spotted something that looked like an enormous bushy beast lying sprawled across the road. तो वो कहेंगे कि दूर से लगा कि कोई बड़ा सा जानवर अपना हाथ पैर फैला के सोया हुआ है. So he will describe the tree in such a way that I saw from a long distance, and something looked like a big animal lying on the road with hands and legs sprawled. I was half inclined to return and go. So I was half inclined. Inclined means desire. So when he saw this, he wanted to go back, but then as I came closer, I saw that it was a fallen tree. हाँ, नजदीक आया तो क्या देखा कि ये तो एक गिरा हुआ पेड़ है. तो his description, the way of describing, it was very interesting, because when he used to say stories, he even used the facial expressions and the gestures. So that made his story very, very interesting. Hmm. So if he had to say that there was an uprooted tree on the highway, he will describe it in a very interesting manner. From far away, I saw it looked like an dead animal was lying with hands and legs spread out. Sprawled means spread out. फैला के, spread out. So are you writing the word meanings, all of you? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Okay, Anurag, what is the meaning of anecdote? Tell me. Anurag?
Ma'am, repeat the word again.
हाँ,
Ma'am,
anecdote.
may I? Ma'am, may
Anecdote
I answer?
मैंने बताया. Anecdote लिखा तुमने मीनिंग?
Ma'am, may I answer? Ma'am, can I?
रुको. Aryan Raj,
Ma'am,
let me see if you are let me see if you are following my instructions. What is the meaning of anecdote? Aryan Raj?
ma'am, may I?
Okay, Akansha.
May I answer?
Ma'am,
Okay,
short, interesting stories related to person's life.
yes. एक वर्ड उसमें जोड़ देना, रियल. Real short interesting stories. Okay. Yes, Akansha. Good. Anurag, you are not writing the meanings? Hello.
Ma'am, I am writing.
तो क्यों नहीं आंसर किए फिर?
मैम मैंने क्लास थोड़ा लेट ज्वाइन किया है, इसलिए मतलब इन सब वर्ड का मैंने नहीं लिखा है.
ठीक है, अब जितना भी मीनिंग्स लिखा हुआ है सबको यू नोट इट डाउन इन योर कॉपी. सो you make it a
Yes, ma'am.
habit whenever you sit for the class, you have your copy and pen beside you, so that in front of you, because if you want to improve your language, you have to have vocabulary. Then only you can learn to speak English properly. Uh, so Ishwaran had a very good talent of telling stories in a very interesting way. uh, he had the talent of telling stories in a very interesting way. He would add suspense and thrill even to describing small events. A fallen tree is lying on the road highway, and he will describe it in a very interesting manner. But as I came closer, I saw that it was a fallen tree with dry branches spread out. Mahendra would stretch himself back in his canvas chair and listen to Ishwaran's tales uncritically, means without commenting or criticizing. होता है ना मीन मेक निकालना, वो नहीं करते थे, जो सुनाया विदाउट कमेंटिंग और क्रिटिसाइजिंग. वो कमियां नहीं निकालता था महेंद्र के स्टोरी में और ये ईश्वरन के स्टोरी में. द प्लेस आई कम फ्रॉम इज the place I come from is famous for timber. So this is one of the anecdote. This is one of the anecdote that is uh, told by Ishwaran. ईश्वरन ने अपना नया कहानी शुरू किया. The place I come from is famous for timber. So, and this story that now he is telling to Mahendra, it is an anecdote. क्योंकि ये रियल स्टोरी है ईश्वरन के अनुसार. उनके लाइफ में उनके लाइफ के कोई घटना पर आधारित है ये स्टोरी. So the place I come from is famous for timber. Timber is the processed wood. Timber. Uh, Ishwaran, oh, wood after being processed. So the place I come from is famous for timber. Ishwaran would. What is it? Any problem? आकांक्षा कुछ बोलना है?
No, ma'am.
हाथ उठा हुआ. Okay. So then he started relating his story. The place I come from is famous for timber. Ishwaran would begin. There is a richly wooded forest all around. तो उनका कहानी शुरू होता है कि कहानी किस चीज से शुरू होता है कि एक बहुत ही घना जंगल था. The logs are hauled on to lorries by elephants. And how are the logs carried on the lorries? Uh, Carried, pulled, lifted, carried means hauled onto the lorries by elephants. They are huge, well fed beasts. Uh, so, elephants are very big animals, and in the forest area, what are they used for? They are used to carry the timber on the lorries, to lift the timber to the lorries by elephants. They are huge, well fed. Well fed means given good food. Well fed.
What is the meaning of lorry?
लॉरी जो है वो ये ट्रक जैसा जो व्हीकल होता है, ट्रक्स. So Ishwaran's story begins that there was a big forest, and in that forest the elephants were used to carry the logs of woods to the trucks. They are huge, well fed means given good food, given adequate food. Uh, Beasts, when they turn wild, even the most experienced mahout is not able to control them. And one thing is common about elephants, कि एक बार अगर कोई हाथी आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल हो जाए तो वो किसी भी माहौत से, माहौत इज द
Elephant trainer.
trainer of the elephant. So if it is a common saying about elephant that if elephant gets out of control, it can be very dangerous, and even the mahat cannot control it. Even the trainer is helpless once the elephant gets wild or mad, is not able to control them. After this prologue, prologue means introduction.
The
प्रोलॉग पहले जो कहा जाता है तो एक तरह से इंट्रोडक्शन. सो इंट्रोडक्शन, प्रो मीन्स बिफोर. So prologue, Ishwaran would launch into an elaborate anecdote. Launch means begin. तो पहले वो थोड़ा सा प्रोलॉग देते हैं कि जंगल था, हाथी था, and then if the elephant gets out of control, it's very difficult, and then he starts the story. And what is the story? It is an anecdote. It is a real story from his personal life. And what is the story about? The story is about an elephant. तो स्टोरी शुरू हुआ, वन डे अ टस्कर. टस्कर मीन्स द एलिफेंट. The elephant is referred to as tusker. Why? Because the elephants have uh, big large teeth that are called tusks. That is why the elephant is called the tusker. तो ईश्वरन का कहानी शुरू हुआ कि एक दिन एक हाथी जो है वो उस जंगल से एस्केप कर गया, टिम्बर यार्ड, and began to roam about, stamping on the bushes. So Ishwaran's story began that one day the elephant. Okay, so it is already time. I'm ending the class. uh, we'll continue this story tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
And tomorrow I will ask you the word meanings that I have told you to write today, plus the questions from whatever portion is taught. और सबको जवाब देना है. Only few students answer. What about others?